have a thought. Just what Marcy said about zone of genius, which is the first time I've heard that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like maybe the value that we give can just be like shining in our zone of genius. And I think for all the people that are on this call, like if you're on this call and you're thinking about this, like you're probably a rock star. So like I think the concept of quality versus quantity is maybe something that we all can grapple with ourselves and just find comfort and competence in. And I don't know how to get over this, but I'm the kind of person that thinks I'm going to get fired like every single day. And then I have a review with my boss and it's wonderful. But like 2 days later, then I think I'm going to get fired again. So like, I don't know what that is, but I feel like that is somehow mixed into this concept of like having to constantly take on more and just being amazing at doing 5 things that you're amazing at, like isn't enough. And just kind of that whole concept. I don't know.
Well, I think
You stumped Marcy, Stevie. I feel like that's an accomplishment. But actually, everything you said, I very much resonate with. And I'm sure Marcy will have something more profound to say on that. But it's true, what you said.
Yeah, I do too. And Kayla just chimed in that she feels very similar as well.
Well, there's 4 zones. Right now, I can't think of 2, but it's actually 4 zones. It's a zone of excellence and a zone of genius. And so, and I can't think of what the other 2 are. Really, I'll need to pull those up. But the zone of excellence is that you do the job really good. You can do it with your eyes closed, but there's no growth there for you. There's no excitement there for you. There's no joy. There's no happiness. You just get it done. But the zone of genius is when you are really just glowing and shining and you're just in the flow. You love what you're doing. You're happy. It doesn't feel like it's a burden and it's adding to you and not taking away. So it's very different from the excellence versus the genius zone. When you talk about feeling like you're going to get fired, you get your performance evaluation done and it's glowing rave reviews, and then 2 days later you feel like you're going to get fired. That's a whole different story. So that was why I was like, I don't even know what to say about that on this call. But yeah, we need to talk a little later. Maybe you and Kayla, we can talk a little later, but yeah. That's something within you that has nothing to do with everybody else around you.
Something within you, but something that clearly strikes a chord with a lot of us. So
yeah,
there's something larger there. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta be happy within yourself. You gotta find joy and peace and awareness and all those things. And I will tell you that my sister, God rest her soul, she's not here, but she was one of those worry warts where nothing that she did, she ever felt like it was right or correct, or somebody was gonna talk negative about it, or somebody was not going to be happy with it. And so that's your own kind of self-esteem issues that you have to deal with within yourself. So I'm not saying that you have poor self-esteem either, Stevie. I'm just saying there's some things that we need to deal with there.
Sarah says she also resonates with that, and then mentioned imposter syndrome. So I think that's a little bit of what you're dealing with, Stevie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. Exactly. All of us, Kayla, myself, Liz. And then Liz A had a great comment here too, just saying that she feels as women, we align our worth with our work and how hard we work and probably how much we take on. So to Stevie's point, like you don't want to say no, you want to take on all of the things so that you feel that you've got more worth than maybe you're giving yourself. I guess it's a little bit of Superwoman fallacy and imposter syndrome joined together, right? It's a mess.
A hot mess. The thing is that for some reason, that is something that I feel like it's something that we instill within ourselves. Some of us just have to stay busy and constantly be doing something. And I don't know if we have to prove it to other people, but really have to prove it to ourselves. And I can't say that I get it, because that's not me. That's not my personality. So I'm not going to tell you that I have an experience with that. What I will tell you is that I understand it because I saw it in my sister. I see it even to this day in my dad. People really feel like time is precious. And if you're not doing something with your time 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that you're wasting time. And we don't see the value in self-care. Self-care, I feel like, has become commercialized where we get our hair done. Thank God I know how to cut my own hair these days, but also getting our nails done. I'm a nurse. I never was really into getting manicures and pedicures. And so it's self-care has turned into that, to me, it's daily grooming. That's what I feel like we think self-care is. We don't take time to meditate. We don't take time to center ourselves. We don't take time to really do the hobbies and things that we enjoy, because that is really what fuels us from the inside out. And because it seems like such menial tasks, we're never fully present in doing those self-care tasks that really fuels us, because we're busy thinking about the other stuff that we could be doing. So I have a ton of people that tell me, oh, I love reading. When is the last time you read a book? Oh, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, okay, well, reading a book is self-care. Oh, I would, love to just pull out my paintbrushes and paint. I just love that. So when is the last time you painted? Oh, I hadn't painted in years. Okay, so what are you doing for your self-care? Oh, I love to go hiking. I love being outside in nature. So when was the last time you went hiking? Maybe about 2 years ago. So I'm like, the things that really fuel us to be able to do, really, to be able to be the superwoman that we're trying to be, we don't do those things. We do not really do things that fuel our soul and drives our passion in order for us to be able to take on all these things. And what happens is, when we take on these things, we start, at some point, we'll notice that we start feeling resentment. We can get a little salty. We get irritated with people, and we really don't know why. And all of a sudden, it's everybody else. Nobody thinks that it's, them. It's everybody else. I've been around people that have been absolutely horrific to work with. Nobody could do anything right. And it was always blamed on the other people, but no one takes responsible for it because you can't see it. You're in it too deep. You can't see it. So